Hello and welcome to MS TechUp. This is the continuation of React series. In this video, we are going to discuss about function as props. So what do we mean by function as a prop? Function as prop means how we can communicate from the child component to the parent component, or how we can pass the data from the child component to the parent component. Let us see in action. Let's open the Visual Studio Code. Let me create another component called child component. Child component 1.js. So let us provide the implementation. First, import the React and create a function component called the child component 1 and export it. First of all, export default as child component 1, and here in the child component we are now returning a button because we are going to provide the implementation of function handler. So we are creating a button. On click event we are providing the implementation. We are going to handle click and also closing the button tag and providing the text click me. And now we are going to provide the implementation this handle click const handle click lambda expression. So what we are going to here, we are just going to receive a props as a function. So the prop name will be on child click. So we have to just call this particular click handler. Now we have to provide the implementation for the parent component. .js. Let us import React first. Create a function component called parent component. Parent component 1. This is the function component. So first let us export as default parent component 1. So here in the parent component return child component 1. So the child component 1 is actually providing the implementation for on child click event. So let us provide the implementation for on child click handle child click. Let us close the tag and provide the implementation for handle child click. This is the event which we are passing from the child component as a props. So let's provide the implementation const and here we are just logging the message console.log. Child component says hello. This is the error. I guess we have not exported properly. So now it has been exported. What in the remain is we have to call this parent1 component from the main app.js component. So let me remove the parent component first of all. And now I'm going to return the parent component 1. So the click me button has been rendered, which is coming from the child component. And once I click on the button, the message is coming from the child component saying child component says hello. We have seen the implementation for the parent in the parent component for the on child click event. But what if I'm not going to pass the implementation for the child click event? Let us see what happens. Once reload the page, and once I click on click me button, the application got crashed. So why is that? It is happening because we are not providing the implementation of event. So to handle this, we have to keep this on click event as if it is true, the only then going to click event fired. So we have to make sure that if we are implementing function as a prop, so we have to make sure that we are checking this as an if it is true the. So let me refresh the page. And when I click now, nothing happening, application is not being crashed. So this is how we can handle the event if event is not being passed. So let me call back the event. And let us see one more thing, that if we are going to pass some message from the child component, then how we can pass the message from the child component. If we are passing the message from the child component saying the child component says hello. So now the message is coming from the child component. We are going to pass this particular message to the event which is coming from as a props. Let me go on the parent component. So the parent component is printing this particular message. Now I am going to remove this message and receive the message from the argument to the function as a message. Copy this message argument and console this. Let us open the browser, refresh the page. And when I click on the click me button, it is working fine. But the change is the message is now coming from the child component itself, right? Let us quickly see that what we have done so far, how we have done the communication from the child component to the parent component. So there are 4 moving parts involving in it. The first one is provide the on-click implementation in the child component itself. And the second one is call on-child-click props as a function in the child component. And the third one is provide the implementation for this on-child-click. And the fourth one is handle this on-child-click handler in the parent component. That's how we can communicate from the child component to the parent component. That's it in this video. Thanks for watching.